There are mornings when healing through memories feels closer than confidence. You wake up, and before the day's even begun, the mind starts speaking. It brings old worries. It brings old memories. It brings the quiet question many people in the later seasons of life carry, but do not always say out loud. Do I still matter in the same way? And if you have lived long enough to lose people, change roles, retire from work, watch children build their own lives, or feel your body move differently than it once did, you know this question is not small. It can sit beside you at the kitchen table. It can follow you into the mirror. It can turn an ordinary morning into something heavier than it needs to be. But today, we are going to look at Elvis Presley not as a distant celebrity and not as a perfect person. We are going to look at Elvis Presley as a mentor for the heart, a symbol of the heart.
A reminder that your life is not over simply because it has become quieter, slower, or different. This reflection is about healing through memories. It is about giving your mind a calmer place to stand. It is about remembering that you are not finished. And it is about using one small story from Elvis Presley's life and legacy to help you return to yourself with more mercy. When people remember Elvis Presley, they often remember the lights first. They remember the stage. They remember the sound, the image, the movement, the presence. But behind every unforgettable public moment, there was a human being carrying pressure, hope, longing, discipline, tenderness, and private questions. That is where the lesson begins. For this video, think about the nostalgic emotional pull of Elvis-era memories. Do not turn it into a fairy tale. Do not make it bigger than it was. Just let it be human. A person with gifts. A person with burdens.
A person trying, in their own way, to give something meaningful to the world. That is why Elvis Presley can still speak to people who are over 65 today. Not because your life looks like fame, not because your home looks like a stage, but because the deeper question is the same. How do you keep your heart alive when life changes? How do you keep your dignity when you feel overlooked? How do you keep your spirit from going quiet before it's time? Maybe your days do not look the way they used to. Maybe work once gave you a title, a schedule, and a reason to be needed. Maybe family once filled the house with noise, and now the rooms hold more memory than conversation. Maybe you are still strong, but in a quieter way. Maybe you still smile for others, but there are moments when you wonder who is really seeing you. If that is true, let this video meet you gently.
Elvis Presley reminds us that a gentle heart can still be powerful. This is not about pretending life is easy. It is not about forcing yourself to be cheerful. It is not about acting young, denying pain, or ignoring the reality of aging. Real personal growth at this stage of life is softer than that. It is honest. It says, I have been through things, and I am still here. It says, I have changed, but I have not disappeared. It says, I can still choose one better thought, one better breath, one better action. The main lesson today is simple. Healing through memories is not something you wait for life to hand you. Sometimes it is something you practice in the smallest possible way. You practice it in the first words you speak to yourself. You practice it in how you enter a room. You practice it in what you allow your mind to repeat. You practice it, and whether you treat your own heart like a burden or like a faithful old friend. If Elvis Presley teaches us anything here, it is that presence matters. A person can leave a feeling behind. A person can make others feel seen. A person can turn pressure into tenderness, or practice into beauty, or pain into a deeper kind of understanding. So let these words settle slowly. You do not have to repeat them out loud unless you want to. Just let them find a place in you. I can move slowly and still move with dignity. My heart has carried me through many seasons. I do not have to be loud to be meaningful. Kindness is still a kind of strength. I will speak to myself with the respect I have earned. I am still here for a reason. Think about that for a moment. Not as a slogan, not as a performance. As a truth you are allowed to hold. You are still here for a reason. Maybe the reason is quieter now. Maybe it is not about building a career, raising a household, or proving yourself to the world. Maybe the reason is to become more peaceful. Maybe it is to bless your family with a calmer presence. Maybe it is to pass on wisdom without bitterness. Maybe it is to finally treat yourself with the kindness you gave to others for so many years. One of the mistakes people make about aging is believing that the later years are only about loss. Yes, there are losses, real ones. Names you miss, places that changed, versions of yourself you cannot fully return to. But there is also a kind of wisdom that only arrives after many seasons. You begin to see what matters. You begin to understand which arguments were never worth your peace. You begin to know the difference between attention and love. You begin to understand that one kind sentence can stay in a person for years. That is why this lesson matters, because you are still shaping the feeling people will remember. You are still shaping the way you remember yourself. You are still choosing whether this chapter is ruled by fear or guided by grace. So here is your small action for today. Before the day ends, look at one photo with gratitude, not regret. Do not make it dramatic. Do not wait until you feel perfectly ready. Do not turn it into another reason to criticize yourself. Just do it gently. One small act. One honest motion. One private signal to your spirit that you have not given up. If the action feels too small, remember this. Small things are how a life changes when the heart is tired. A quiet breath, a softer word, a glass of water, a prayer, a phone call, a moment at the mirror, a memory written down, a boundary spoken calmly. These things look small from the outside, but inside a person, they can become turning points. As you move through this day, keep Elvis Presley only as a reminder, not as an idol. A reminder that human beings are complicated. A reminder that greatness can carry pain. A reminder that talent, kindness, discipline, and tenderness all need care. And most of all, a reminder that your own life deserves attention too. You are not only the roles you used to play. You are not only the work you used to do. You are not only the people who still call or the people who forgot to call. You are not only your body, your age, your grief, or your regrets. You are a whole life. You are a living story. You are a person who still has the ability to bring warmth, courage, discipline, mercy, and light into the day. Do not abandon yourself in this chapter. Let today be a little kinder than yesterday. Let your thoughts be a little more honest and a little less cruel. Let your body move at the pace it can move.
Let your heart remember that it has survived many seasons and can still receive a blessing. And if all you do today is take one small step toward peace, that is enough to begin. If this reflection brought you a little comfort, you are welcome to stay with us. Subscribe for more gentle life lessons inspired by the lives, legacies, and timeless presence of Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson. And if someone you love needs this message, share it with them. Sometimes one gentle reminder arrives at exactly the right time. Until next time, carry yourself with kindness, protect your peace, and remember, you still have a song to sing.